Say hello, audience.
Howdy.
All right, there we go. Give me just a moment to get set up here. It's December 1980, and an excited young boy is glued to the television set every time a particular TV commercial comes on. He is captivated and mesmerized by this new item that is hitting the store shelves. Then, the day comes, and it is finally time to open his Christmas present. He eagerly tears through the wrapping and in an instant is transported to another world by a whirlwind of wonder as he gazes at the magic before him that he is holding in his hand. Today, I am going to demonstrate for you how to solve the Rubik's Cube. Now, I'm sure most of you have seen this before. Some of you may have solved it. Others might have peeled the stickers off, taken it apart, or thrown it on the ground in frustration. You're not alone. You see, I was that boy in the scenario. And when the Rubik's Cube first came out, I was at the perfect age because I had all the time in the world to figure it out. But it was frustrating for me, too. It took me a long time to figure it out. And then I read a newspaper article that my sister showed me. It described the process in detail and helped me better understand what I had done. It was a method developed by a young British lad by the name of Patrick Bossert. He was only 12 years old when he first solved the puzzle, and 13 when he had his method published. Very impressive. Now, there are other methods out there. His isn't the only one. For instance, this one right here by James G. Norse, The Simple Solution to Rubik's Cube. It was written in 1981, the same time that Patrick Bossert's method was published. So anyone can solve the cube. You just have to pick up the cube, play with it for a little while, and once you've endured a little frustration and become more familiar with it, read a book. Okay, as I said, this one solution that I'm going to show, it's not the only one, but it is a simple, logical, step-by-step method that doesn't take any shortcuts. So you won't break a world speed record with it, but it'll help you get your mind all wrapped around it and really understand it. So without further delay, let's take a look at the cube. Okay, anybody who knows anything about geometry understands that a cube has 6 sides. Top, bottom, left, right, front, and back. Okay, easy enough. This cube is divided into subcubes, right? You can see the divisions there. And of particular importance is the center square. You see, if you take the cube apart, you'll see that the centers are all pinned together. They can rotate on their axes, but they cannot move out of relative position with respect to one another. So that means red will always be opposite orange. Blue will always be opposite green, and white will always be opposite yellow. It is the center square that determines the color of that side, and all the other pieces rotate around it. Speaking of other pieces, we have corner pieces. There are 8 of them. And then we have edge pieces. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, total of 20 pieces, and that's all you need to solve it. Suddenly it's maybe not quite so intimidating. Alrighty, so we have the edge pieces have 2 colors, and the corner pieces have 3 colors. Let's take a closer look at the cube. First, we've got to mix it up now. And then I have to pick a color. I pick red. So, there it is. Center square is red. I need to move the corners in place around that red center. And there we have it. I have the corners in place. Now I'm going to put the edge pieces in place. And there's really not a point to go into great detail on this. After you've played with the cube for a little bit, you're going to figure this out in a matter of a couple days, maybe a few weeks, whatever. But there we have it. This side is solved with the exception of this one piece. I'm intentionally leaving it out because I'm going to have to mess it up in order to solve the bottom side anyway. So I'm going to move to the back side now. Orange. And the first thing I need to do is put the corners into position. They won't be solved yet, or they usually aren't, but, okay, these two here are swapped around. So I need to perform what's called an algorithm. Algorithm is just a fancy word for sequence or pattern. And here is algorithm number 1. Okay, so I got those, and the other two are already in position. Great, now I'm ready to face them in the proper direction. They're going to be oriented, and that's algorithm number 2. Okay, I have one. And there they are. Now the corners are all where they should be. Now I need to put the edge pieces into place. And remember that piece that I left on the front side? I'm going to be rotating this back and forth so I can use that as a passageway to put those other pieces into place. And here's one right here. Next one. 2 down, 2 to go. Okay, one left. And there we have it. Now this bottom side is solved, and we just have that one little piece right there to put back. So now I'm going to perform algorithm number 3. And there we have it. Both sides. Now the only thing that's left are the 4 pieces in the middle layer. And I can put this one right here. It's an algorithm, but it's pretty simple. You could call it algorithm number 4. And now, once I get that taken care of, I have these two. And the only thing left are these 2 pieces right here, algorithm number 5. And I'm going to do it up here so you can see it, but I can't. Whoop. Messed that up. Jittery nerves. Okay, there we go. And that's it. So, in summary, let me recap. I've been playing with the cube ever since they first came out. It may be frustrating at first, but anyone can solve it. All you have to do is pick it up and play with it for a while, and then after you become comfortable with it, read a book. Then, I demonstrated a simple step-by-step method for solving it, starting with the top, then the bottom, then the middle layer. It's that simple. Say goodbye, audience.